My beloved soul, today I bring to you a message of divine clarity, a message that comes directly from the heart of God. As you sit here listening, I want you to open your heart, not just with your ears, but with your spirit, because what I am about to share with you will change the way you view love, marriage, and your divine destiny. Before we begin, I remind you to subscribe so that you never miss the profound truths God is revealing through these messages. God sees everything about you, the silent prayers you whisper in the dark, the moments when your heart aches for companionship, the times you have doubted whether true love exists. God has not overlooked a single tear, and in His infinite wisdom, He has already chosen a spouse for you, a partner whose heart resonates with yours in ways that defy explanation. The signs of this divine connection are already surrounding you, subtle yet undeniable, and today you will recognize them. The first sign that cannot be ignored is peace. When God has chosen your spouse, there is a profound peace that descends upon you, even when circumstances seem chaotic. You may have experienced confusion in love before, but this peace is unmistakable. It is a calm certainty in your heart, a knowing that whispers, "This is the one God prepared for you." Pay attention to the moments when you feel calm amidst turmoil, when your heart skips doubt and leans into trust. These are the moments God is speaking to you. The second sign is synchronicity. God often aligns the events in your life in such a way that your paths with this person will cross naturally and repeatedly. You will find yourself in situations, conversations, and even in thoughts where the presence of your future spouse begins to feel inevitable. Doors will open that you could never have anticipated, and coincidences will feel like divine choreography. Recognize these moments, my beloved soul, because they are God's gentle nudges, His way of guiding you toward the one He has ordained for you. The third sign is emotional resonance. When you meet this person, even before a formal union, your heart will respond in ways that feel familiar yet exhilarating. There will be a sense of recognition, a feeling that you have known each other in ways beyond this lifetime. This resonance is God's fingerprint on your soul, a confirmation that your hearts were designed to beat in harmony. Do not dismiss this feeling as mere attraction or infatuation. It is the spiritual alignment of two souls that God has carefully prepared. The fourth sign is spiritual growth. God chooses your spouse not only to love you, but to help you grow closer to Him. This person will challenge you in the ways only God can orchestrate, gently, yet purposefully. They will push you to become a better version of yourself, to strengthen your faith, to deepen your understanding of love, patience, and compassion. This is a hallmark of God's chosen union. If you notice that a person brings out the best in you spiritually, if their presence inspires you to draw nearer to God, this is no coincidence. This is divine selection in motion. The fifth sign is timing. God's choice is never rushed. It is perfect. You may look around and feel that the world is moving faster than your heart desires, but God's timing is flawless. You will meet your spouse at the exact moment your souls are ready to unite. Trust in this timing, even if it feels delayed, because every step has been meticulously orchestrated by the divine hand. When you recognize that the season of your meeting has arrived, you will feel an undeniable confirmation within your spirit. And then, there are subtle signs, dreams, intuition, and even repeated thoughts of someone you cannot place. God speaks to His children in countless ways, and often these whispers are quiet but persistent. Do not dismiss them. When you see patterns repeating, when a name, a vision, or even a feeling keeps resurfacing, it is God drawing your attention to the one He has chosen for you. These signs may seem ordinary to the world, but to the heart attuned to God, they are extraordinary, undeniable, and full of promise. My beloved soul, understand that God's choice is intentional. Your spouse is not a random encounter, a fleeting attraction, or a temporary comfort. They are divinely assigned, uniquely crafted to complement your spirit, to walk beside you through life's storms and celebrations. As you continue to listen, I want you to reflect deeply. Are you recognizing the signs God has placed before you? Are you listening to the quiet whispers of your heart that resonate with divine certainty? Take a moment to feel gratitude even now. Gratitude for the unseen hand that is guiding you, for the prayers that have been heard, and for the divine promise that your heart is not wandering aimlessly. God's chosen one is approaching, and every experience you have lived, every challenge you have endured, has prepared you for this meeting. This is your moment to awaken spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to the love God has destined for you. As we move deeper into this message, know that God's signs are everywhere. They are in the people who support and encourage you, in the opportunities that challenge you, in the moments of intuition that you may have once overlooked. The universe itself aligns with God's will, orchestrating events so that your paths converge. Watch closely, my beloved soul, because these signs are unmistakable to the attentive heart. By paying attention to these signs, you are not only recognizing God's plan, but you are actively participating in the manifestation of your divine destiny. Love is not chaotic when it is chosen by God. It is purposeful, intentional, and filled with clarity. When you embrace this understanding, your heart becomes a magnet for the union that God has meticulously prepared for you. And so, as our journey comes to a close, remember this. Every moment of doubt, every lonely night, every unanswered question has been a preparation for this divine revelation. Your spouse has been chosen. Their path intersects with yours, and the signs are unmistakable. Stay alert, stay faithful, and above all, remain open to the wondrous ways God communicates His love and His plan for your life. I want you to feel the weight of what is unfolding before you. This is not a story of chance nor a mere reflection of desire. This is God revealing to you, in clear and unmistakable ways, the reality of the one He has chosen for your heart. Keep your spirit attentive, because the signs you are about to hear are vivid, persistent, and impossible to ignore. The sixth sign that your spouse is divinely chosen is the mirror of values. God ensures that your lives, though unique, reflect similar principles and moral bearings. Notice the people who resonate with your core beliefs, whose presence brings comfort without compromise. When you encounter someone whose heart aligns with your devotion to honesty, faith, kindness, and integrity, understand that this alignment is God's hand at work. It is His way of preparing your hearts to function in harmony. You will not have to force understanding or patience. It will flow naturally, because God has already placed the blueprint of your connection in both your spirits. The seventh sign is the feeling of completeness. Many have searched for love, yet felt something missing, an emptiness that nothing could fill. When God has chosen your spouse, you will notice a sense of wholeness even in moments of separation. Their presence is not merely to occupy space in your life. It is to complement the intricacies of your soul. You may not understand it immediately, but there will be an inner knowing, a subtle recognition, that this person brings a completeness that no other can. The eighth sign is the acceleration of purpose. God's chosen one is not just a companion for comfort. They are a catalyst for your divine destiny. When they enter your life, you will notice doors opening to opportunities you had not imagined. Your spiritual gifts will be stirred, your talents amplified, and your courage strengthened. God does not bring someone into your life arbitrarily. He synchronizes their arrival with the purpose He has for you, creating a union that multiplies blessings beyond the personal. affecting families, communities, and destinies alike. The ninth sign is emotional clarity. In the past, your heart may have been clouded by confusion, doubt, or fear. But when God's chosen one appears, you will feel clarity in decision-making and in emotional alignment. Your heart and mind will speak the same language, removing the tension of uncertainty. You will recognize that what once seemed elusive is now unmistakably clear. This clarity is God's gift to you, a divine signal that cannot be overlooked. The 10th sign is unwavering patience. When God prepares two hearts for union, the journey is often as important as the destination. You may encounter moments where waiting seems unbearable, where longing becomes a silent ache, yet patience itself is a sign. The ability to endure, to trust, and to stay faithful to God's timing is a spiritual hallmark. Those who cannot wait are often led astray, but your steadfastness will allow the full measure of God's plan to unfold. Know that waiting is not stagnation. It is preparation. Every moment of endurance strengthens the bond that God has crafted and ensures that when you finally meet, the union is unshakable. Another powerful sign is encouragement from those around you. God often uses family, mentors, and friends to affirm the presence of His chosen one. Perhaps someone in your circle has spoken words of insight, shared dreams, or guided you in ways that at first seemed coincidental. These are divine confirmations, reflections of God orchestrating events through the people He places in your life. Pay close attention to advice, signs, and subtle nudges. They are not random but carefully placed markers along the path of your love. Dreams and visions are another divine signal. God communicates not only through the tangible, but also through the spiritual realm. When dreams repeatedly feature someone you do not yet understand, or visions reveal scenarios that stir your soul, listen carefully. These experiences are God's way of preparing your heart and mind to recognize the arrival of your chosen partner. Dismiss them at your peril, because these spiritual whispers are often the first tangible proof of what your soul has already sensed, that your destined partner is near. My beloved soul, God also places within you a profound sense of discernment. You will know when someone is truly sent from Him. There will be no coercion, no desperate effort, no overwhelming uncertainty. Instead, there will be a deep sense of recognition, an internal compass that aligns your heart with truth. You will feel peace, purpose, and joy at the thought of this person, even before your eyes meet. These feelings are divine markers, subtle yet undeniable, a testament to God's perfect orchestration. As you recognize these signs, you will also notice a growing desire to become the best version of yourself. God does not choose your spouse only for who they are. He prepares you to be a worthy counterpart. You may find yourself drawn to prayer, self-reflection, and personal growth more than ever before. This is intentional. The transformation within you is as important as the transformation within them. God is molding two hearts to fit together seamlessly, ensuring that the love which unites you is both eternal and fulfilling. And then there is joy, the quiet, persistent joy that begins to fill your life even before the union manifests. This joy is not dependent on circumstances or fleeting events. It is a deep spiritual happiness that arises from knowing that God's plan is unfolding, that His hand is guiding you, and that your heart is aligned with destiny. Recognize this joy as a sign. It is both confirmation and encouragement, a divine signature you cannot ignore. My beloved soul, the journey to meet your chosen spouse is a path of awareness, faith, and patience. Every sigh of longing, every tear of waiting, every whispered prayer, and every moment of clarity are part of a divine symphony, orchestrated by the Creator of your heart. The signs are abundant, yet they require attentiveness. Open your spirit to recognize them, embrace your growth, and prepare your heart for the extraordinary union God has planned. This is not merely a matter of human desire. It is a spiritual alignment, a divine convergence of destiny. Every prayer you have whispered, every longing you have carried, every dream you have cherished, is moving you toward a moment that is inevitable, a meeting that is preordained. God has chosen, God has orchestrated, and God is now revealing. Your heart will recognize the truth when the time arrives, and nothing will feel accidental, nothing will feel forced, and everything will feel divinely right. God is not speaking in whispers today. He is speaking with unmistakable clarity. Your spouse is chosen, and the signs of this divine selection are unfolding all around you. You may not have seen them yet, or perhaps you have ignored them in the busyness of life. But now it is time to open your heart completely and recognize the hand of God in every detail. One of the most profound confirmations of God's choice is the alignment of life paths. When He has selected your spouse, your journeys will begin to intersect in ways that feel inevitable. You will find that the timing, circumstances, and even the smallest details of your lives begin to converge. Opportunities to meet, places to cross paths, and moments of connection will appear as if by divine choreography. These are not coincidences, my beloved soul. God orchestrates every step, guiding both hearts toward the sacred meeting that has been written in eternity. Another confirmation is the harmony of purpose. God does not unite two souls merely for companionship. He unites them for impact. When your chosen one appears, you will notice a shared vision, a resonance in values, and a unity in the direction of life's calling. This harmony goes beyond surface-level similarities. It penetrates the core of your being. You will feel a sense of resonance in the way they view the world, approach challenges, and embrace opportunities. Recognize this harmony, for it is God's signature upon your union. The way your spirit reacts in their presence is another undeniable confirmation. You may have encountered many people in your life, yet there will be a difference with this one. A divine energy will stir within you, a profound recognition, a magnetic pull that cannot be ignored. Your soul will sense familiarity, safety, and excitement all at once. You will feel as if you are coming home to a place you never knew you missed. And this is not imagination. This is God's way of signaling that the heart you are experiencing is your destined counterpart. Notice also the strengthening of faith. When God is preparing two souls for union, your spiritual life will intensify. You will find yourself praying more fervently, seeking God's guidance with greater urgency, and experiencing a deeper communion with Him. This spiritual growth is intentional. It is preparation, a refining process that shapes you into the person worthy of the love God has ordained. When your heart begins to resonate in harmony with divine will, the arrival of your spouse will feel both natural and inevitable. The alignment of emotional intelligence is yet another powerful sign. God prepares both hearts to respond with patience, understanding, and empathy. You will notice that your emotions stabilize, that your reactions are tempered with love, and that your perspective expands to include grace and forgiveness. This emotional maturity is a divine marker. It ensures that when you meet your spouse, you are ready not only to love, but to sustain a love that is enduring and spiritually anchored. Pay attention to the subtle, repeated signs that may seem ordinary but are extraordinary in God's design. A name that appears often, a conversation that leaves a lingering impression, a song that moves your spirit. These are breadcrumbs from the divine, guiding you closer to your destined love. Dreams, visions, and moments of intuition are amplified during this period, as God draws your attention to the one He has chosen. Do not dismiss these moments. They are gentle confirmations, spiritual bookmarks pointing to the fulfillment of your destiny. Another sign is the encouragement of joy and peace in anticipation. When God has chosen your spouse, you will notice a quiet, unshakable joy even before the union manifests. It is not dependent on circumstances or fleeting emotions. It is a deep spiritual contentment that arises from knowing God's plan is unfolding. You will feel joy in the mere thought of the person, peace in the anticipation of their arrival, and excitement that cannot be explained by worldly measures. This is divine confirmation, a foretaste of the eternal happiness you will share together. As you continue to recognize these signs, it is essential to actively prepare yourself. God's chosen union requires readiness both spiritually and emotionally. Reflect upon your own heart. Are there wounds that need healing, forgiveness that needs offering, or fears that must be surrendered? The preparation is as much about refining your soul as it is about recognizing your spouse. God does not bring two hearts together without ensuring that each is capable of receiving, giving, and sustaining the profound love He has destined. Pay attention to how your intuition sharpens. God will often heighten your sensitivity to discernment, allowing you to perceive the character, intentions, and heart of your future spouse even before meeting them fully. This discernment will protect you from distractions, misalignments, and temporary attractions. Your soul will develop an inner compass, a spiritual GPS that guides you toward what is truly divinely ordained. Trust it, follow it, honor it. The encouragement of community is also a divine signal. Friends, mentors, and family members may provide insights or encouragements that feel unusual, but are divinely inspired. You may notice patterns in conversations, advice, or encounters that nudge you closer to awareness. God often works through others to confirm the presence of His chosen one. These affirmations may be subtle, yet they are essential. They are part of the divine orchestration, a network of signs that validate the love God has prepared for you. God's timing remains central. You may encounter moments of doubt or impatience, yet trust that the arrival of your spouse is precisely orchestrated. Nothing happens too early or too late in God's plan. Each experience, each season of waiting, each step you take in faith prepares you for the ultimate meeting. Your patience is not passive. It is active preparation, a sacred readiness that aligns your heart with destiny. When the moment comes, you will recognize it instantly, and all doubt, hesitation, or confusion will dissipate. My beloved soul, the signs of God's chosen one are abundant, layered, and undeniable. Peace, alignment, joy, discernment, preparation, and timing. These are the pillars that cannot be ignored. Recognize them. Embrace them. Allow your heart to open fully to the divine orchestration that is unfolding. Your spouse is coming. Your heart will know. Your soul will rejoice. And when the meeting occurs, you will understand the depth, the purpose, and the eternal significance of God's choice. Your spouse has been chosen by God, and the signs you have been receiving, the preparation you have undertaken, and the growth you have experienced are all leading to this moment, the moment when destiny intersects with divine orchestration. The ultimate sign, my beloved soul, is recognition. You will know your chosen one not merely by appearance or circumstance, but by the undeniable resonance of your souls. There will be a recognition that transcends logic and defies explanation. Your hearts will communicate in silent understanding. Your spirits will echo one another, and you will feel as if you have found the missing piece you have been seeking all your life. This recognition is the culmination of God's orchestration, a confirmation so clear that doubt cannot survive. Another divine confirmation is the alignment of joy and comfort. When you encounter your chosen one, a profound sense of ease will fill the space between you. Conversations will flow naturally. Laughter will arise effortlessly, and moments of silence will feel like shared prayer. This comfort is God's signature. It is a sign that your hearts are intended to walk together, unburdened by pretension, uncertainty, or fear. The union will feel like home because it is divinely prepared to be the place where your souls rest. Notice also the mirroring of growth. God prepares two hearts not only for union but for mutual elevation. You will see in your chosen one qualities that inspire you, virtues that challenge you to grow, and strengths that complement your weaknesses. At the same time, they will recognize in you the reflection of what they aspire to be. This mirroring is divine intentionality. It is God's way of ensuring that your love is not static but dynamic, continuously moving both of you closer to spiritual maturity and eternal joy. The sense of inevitability will be unmistakable. When your paths converge fully, you will feel that nothing could have prevented this union. Every past experience, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt will make sense in light of this meeting. You will understand that God's timing was perfect, that every delay was preparation, and that every challenge was necessary to align your hearts for this divine encounter. The inevitability itself is a sign, a divine confirmation that your love is sacred, chosen, and unbreakable. Another sign is the amplification of faith and hope. As you draw closer to your chosen one, you will notice that your trust in God deepens, your hope expands, and your prayers carry greater power. This is not coincidental. God orchestrates spiritual fortification in anticipation of union. He ensures that your hearts are aligned, your spirits are ready, and your love is anchored in eternal purpose. The spiritual dimension of this union is as significant as the emotional and physical, for it is the foundation upon which eternal blessings will be built. Pay attention to the synchronicities that continue to unfold. You may notice repeated encounters, meaningful coincidences, or unexplainable connections that guide you together. God uses these moments to affirm the path, to signal readiness, and to orchestrate the perfect meeting. The alignment of these events is not random. It is divine choreography, a series of confirmations that your spouse has been prepared, that you have been prepared, and that your union is inevitable. Embrace the preparation of your heart fully. God has not only selected your spouse, He has been preparing you to receive them. The patience, the growth, the lessons learned in solitude, all serve to ensure that when the meeting occurs, you are ready. You will love fully, give freely, and cherish eternally. Your readiness amplifies the blessings that God has placed within this union, creating a love that is not fleeting but enduring, not superficial but profoundly transformative. The sense of divine protection will also be evident. God shields His chosen union from misalignment, distractions, and unnecessary trials. You may notice doors closing, paths redirecting, or moments of intuition that guide you away from missteps. These protective measures are blessings, ensuring that your hearts meet under divine conditions, undisturbed by human interference, and aligned perfectly with His plan. Trust these protections, for they are His signature upon your love story. And then comes the overwhelming joy of realization. When the union manifests, when your eyes meet, when your hands finally join, a wave of divine fulfillment will wash over you. It will be a joy that transcends explanation, a peace that surpasses understanding, and a love that feels eternal. You will understand that every tear, every prayer, and every moment of waiting was preparation for this sacred joy. This joy is not fleeting. It is a reflection of God's hand, a living testament to the divine orchestration of your hearts. My beloved soul, recognize that this love is eternal. God's choice is not temporary, nor is it subject to worldly change. The love He has prepared is anchored in eternity, bound by divine purpose, and filled with blessings beyond imagination. Your spouse is chosen, your hearts are aligned, and the signs are unmistakable. Embrace this union with gratitude, joy, and unwavering faith. Walk together in the awareness that you are not alone, that you are divinely guided, and that your love story is a living testament to God's perfect plan. As we conclude, hold these truths in your heart. Your spouse has been chosen. The signs are undeniable. Your preparation is complete, and your joy is imminent. Every whisper, every dream, every nudge from God has been guiding you to this point. Step forward with confidence, love fully, and embrace the eternal fulfillment that God has prepared for you. This is your moment. This is your destiny. This is divine love in its purest, most powerful form.